G'day guys, this is a bonus video this week. I just want to talk about the progress of some of our seedlings in our mini greenhouse. I didn't have time to really talk about this during our main weekly vlog because it was getting a bit long. So I just decided to do this as a separate small video so you could see the progress going and some of the issues we're having. And I've got to take that off because they're fogging up completely. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is these tomato seedlings. Now, I'm not the best tomato grower in the world. I really am not. So don't look at me as someone who can teach you how to grow tomatoes really well. These ones I'm going to be potting out into bigger pots later today. Now my question is, are these too leggy? Are these tomato seedlings just too leggy? Have I let them get too leggy? That's what I'm not sure about. Oh, look at that, I've still got some coming through down there. Look, I've still got some little ones coming through. I should be able to pull those out. If I carefully pull those out before the side roots develop, I've found that I can easily replant those into other cells. So I might actually do that. But are these too leggy? I'm not 100% sure. I've actually been hardening these off outside the greenhouse. They're back in the greenhouse this morning, but this afternoon they'll go back out into the afternoon sun. They spent a night already outside because I forgot to put them back in the greenhouse. So yeah, not 100% sure. So what I'm going to do when I do pot them up, I'm going to cut the cotyledons off here and I'm actually going to pot them up to about there. So make sure that I get that part of the tomato there under the potting mix. So because I know that actually will produce roots. I think that's that fur there will actually produce roots. So I'm going to bury it right up to there. These are our other tomato varieties. I don't think these are as leggy. I wouldn't call these leggy, but maybe they actually are a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. So if anyone knows tomatoes better than me, which is probably pretty much everyone, you could probably give me some advice there. I know my Thai basil is looking a little bit leggy, but I'm going to plant those soon into a pot. And we've just got leftover stuff here. I just haven't cleared it out. Just being lazy, to be honest. These guys here, I haven't planted them out because I've just been too lazy. Oh, there's a... Is that a bug? Yes, that is a bug. There's a little jumping thing. I don't know what that is. Okay, one other thing I want to talk about is my hop plant. This is my Pride of Ringwood hops. Really struggling to get this to grow strongly. And I think it's just the way it was sold to me. It was sold to me as a small pot plant. Typically hops are sold as large rhizomes and not hop plants. It's themselves like little seedlings like this. Well, they're like seedlings, but they're really not seedlings because you don't grow hops from seeds. You grow them from rhizomes. Hops being the hop plant that we use being a female plant only. They're like I can't remember what you call it. You got male and female plants like kiwi fruit, for example. You never see male hop plants. You only see the female ones that produce the cones. So this was sold as like a little seedling, and yeah, it's just not doing so well. It really is struggling to get any big growth going. So probably a lesson for how I bought it, the people I bought it off. I have since bought rhizomes from a more guaranteed supplier who provides a lot of after support for growers in documentation and also in a Facebook group. So and his rhizomes were really healthy looking rhizomes and are probably going to be much better plants. The blackberries, well, they're doing well. They're just pretty much just growing at the moment until I figure out what I'm going to do with them. Our cucumbers, so these are our double yield. I've only got 2 plants, as you can see. We talked about this last week, my double yield cucumbers. The seeds just weren't that viable, but fortunately I do have 2 healthy plants here, which I'm going to need because I love my pickles. Oh look, I've got a little thing coming up there. Do I might have, or is that just a bit of yeah, it might just be a bit of the soil mix. I do love my pickled cucumbers. I'm currently on the Aldi ones because we ran out of pickled cucumbers about 2 months ago, but I do love them, so we've got to grow them. My daughter's seedlings, they're doing really well. She's going to come out here today later on, and we might actually plant out these radishes. The basil's just going to keep growing. I might not thin them out. You know, you can grow basil in clumps like that, and you can buy them from the nursery like that in clumps of up to like 20-30 plants, so that's not an issue. The coriander are coming up okay. Her tomatoes are doing well. We actually might thin these tomatoes out, I think, today with her. and might pot some of those into other cells, maybe put them into some of these cells over here. And at the back, these are our capsicums or chilies. Can't remember, to be honest. And this is just me. This is just lazy gardening. I actually didn't mark these when I sowed them. I was going to mark them. I was going to come back to them, and I forgot. And then 2 days later, I couldn't remember which variety, because I had 3 or 4 varieties. I can't remember if I've mixed them or if they're all one variety. I actually have no idea, which is pretty sad, because I'm not 100% sure now where to put them based on that information. If they were like a large red sweet pepper, like a capsicum, big red capsicum, I know where I'm going to put them. If they were the paprika ones, they'll have a different spot for those. So yeah, hopefully when they get a little bit bigger in pots, I can actually work out which ones they are, but that's probably not going to happen. So there you go. That's just an update of what's happening inside the mini greenhouse at the moment with our seedlings. Yeah, so if you've got any advice regarding leggy tomatoes, or if my tomatoes are leggy or not, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for joining me on this short mini vlog, and I'll see you next week.